Welcome, citizens, to How to Write Parody Songs Part 2. Um, After doing the first video on how to write a parody song, I had a little bit of creator's regret. I was thinking that a lot of what we covered was too general, too broad, and that maybe doing a line by line kind of a parody autopsy. Autopsy, well, that would mean the song's dead.
I should have known he was as good as dead when they wheeled him in.
You did everything possible, everything you could, Dr. Gordon.
Everything.
Oh, how about we call it a parody biopsy? Yeah, I like that a lot better. All right, so we're going to do a biopsy on the song. When you have a subject, you've already done all the old preliminary work. You've already done the pick the song that you want to parody, what the subject matter is, and practice the song. I probably sang Space Lord at least 100 times, trying to get the lyrics down. Again, you're going to need to be able to mimic the original as best you can, or you're not going to be able to sell it. So also that may help you when you're doing it over and over. It can actually help you get the wheels turning about whatever your parody lyrics might be. So if you get into the groove of that song, I feel like it helps me, and especially if I can get even one or two words. I mean, like obviously Space Lord, Star Lord. I mean, you can't make a song out of just that, but I mean it helps. Star Lord in this case would be like the lettuce in a salad.
A big salad? You see?
Just tell her what you want, they'll make it for you.
It's a salad, only bigger, with lots of stuff in it.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of it, but it's just lettuce. You have to have the croutons and the tomatoes and the shredded cheese and the blue cheese dressing. Then it's a salad. So before you even start writing a lot of lyrics down, you got to come up with the story. I mean, what kind of story are you wanting to tell here? Because that's what we're basically doing. We're storytellers. So what is the main things that you want to convey about your subject? And hopefully you'll be able to do that in lyrical form. I mean, that's the whole point of the parody. It's not just rhyming words together. Anybody can do that. It's rhyming words that make sense to whatever subject it is that you're talking about. That's the key. That's where you get the sense of satisfaction. At least that's what I do when I can successfully pull off a parody. I pat myself on the back. I did good. I've created something from nothing, and that's an awesome feeling. It's almost like it's not quite bringing a child into the world. It's a distant second to that, but it still feels pretty good when you can create something out of nothing, basically just your wild imaginations. And I got a pretty wild one myself. Star Lord. What are the things I wanted to try to get across in the song? Well, I mean, Star-Lord is kind of a goof, but he's a badass in spite of that. So that's kind of what I was trying to convey, is that Star-Lord is a badass. And that's where a lot of my lyric choices came from in trying to convey that message. And then, of course, again, like I had mentioned in the first How to Write a Parody Song video, he's got name recognition issues. He really wants to be known as Star-Lord, legendary outlaw. So that's his driving force. And then also there was, again, I mentioned in the other video about the musical elements of Star-Lord. He's very musical. Has the Sony Walkman and the cassettes that his mom gave him. So finding that music angle and taking that music angle and putting it into the Star-Lord parody song was what I thought was essential, and it comes in handy with some of the Space Lord lyrics, and we'll do a deep dive into that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start playing some of the original song lyrics, and then I'm going to show the lyric that I came up with to answer that lyric, and then I'll try to explain why. Some of it will be pretty self-evident.
I've been stuffed in your pocket for the last 100 days. When I don't get my bath, I take it out on the slaves.
I've been stuck here with Rocket for the last 100 days. He keeps running his mouth, I'll soon be digging his grave.
Okay, in the first line, we have the word pocket. Unfortunately for Star-Lord, there's a character, Rocket Raccoon. So pocket, rocket. Don't worry, we'll keep this G-rated. Yeah, so that rhymes. So now I was like, okay, so I have a character named Rocket. So let me see if I can, inject him into the song. And he's a smart ass.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of his personality. He keeps running his mouth. And again, the whole premise or message that I'm trying to convey in the song that Star-Lord's a badass.
So grease up your baby for a ball on the hill. I'll polish them rockets now and swallow those pills.
I'll grease up my baby for a ball on the hill. She can do what she likes now, but she can't call me Quill.
Pills and Quill. Star-Lord has a reputation for being a ladies' man. We see him with a bunch of young ladies throughout the movie. And then again, getting back to the name recognition thing, where I put in there, she can do what she likes, but she can't call me Quill. I thought it was kind of apropos.
There's a car in the field now in a collar of flame. With 2 doors to choose, but only one bears your name.
A treaty for peace now, Xandar does yearn. Well, some say it's tender on which it will burn.
Well, as I mentioned in the first how-to video, I almost rage quit on this particular line here. I was really stuck for a long time on this, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I almost gave up and just was going to put word for word the original lyric in there just to get past it. And sometimes you may have to do that now if it doesn't ruin the parody, then maybe you can leave it in there. I don't know. Anyway, I got lucky. And this is where I had mentioned in the other video where research comes in. You got to research your character, learn as much about this subject, whatever it is that you're going to do the parody on, and maybe that'll give you some insight into how to get around these particular lyrical obstacles. So anyway, I got lucky, like I said, because I watched the Guardians movie basically to try to find clues. Maybe there would be something that would click, and sure enough, the Ronin scene where he tells them that tells Xandar that their treaty's not going to save him, and it's the tinder on which it'll burn.
You've been drinking my blood, well, I've been licking your wounds.
And kicking your ass while you've been licking your wounds.
I figured I could use the main theme of Star-Lord being a badass, and I'll just change it up just a little bit about kicking your ass while you're licking your wounds, and I was going to leave it at that. I think it gets my point across there.
Well, I shave off the pitch now and the scope of your tune.
I've got perfect pitch now when I'm singing my tune.
Yeah, I got a little stuck on this line here for a little bit, and again, like before, I didn't see a rhyming opportunity that was overwhelming, so I decided to go ahead and stick to the theme about Star-Lord. One of the other elements, like mentioned before, is he's musical, and with the Sony Walkman and the cassette tapes, and he's always singing along to the music. So it was easy just to alter the lyrics rather than worrying about trying to find some kind of rhyming combination. I just kind of altered the lyrics a little bit to make it Star-Lordish, if that's a word. Star-Lordy. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's Star-Lordy.
I left my throne a million
And again here, with these lines is again conveying the message that Star-Lord's a tough guy. Hate to be a broken record here, but it's a tough guy. It's a tough guy. It's a tough guy. It's a tough guy. This line here is tailor-made for Star-Lord and didn't need much alteration at all. Star-Lord's dad is a Celestial, the mad planet Ego, and has the power to actually split a world in two. So that was like, there's no need to change this other than adding the word dad. Eat for beat. No, that was no rocket science involved. This can't be all hard all the time. Nobody'd ever do it.
Milking my nightmares, using my name. You're strobing my cortex when you know I'm insane.
Milking my nightmares and using my name. We blew up Dad's cortex cause you know he's insane.
This line wasn't particularly hard because in the second Guardians movie, they actually blow up Ego's brain. So it was like, wow, okay, this is advantageous here. So yeah, I mean, this one was easy. Just blew up Dad's cortex because you know he's insane.
Squeezed out in homicide, I'm drowning in love. I encompass some more to a position above.
I'm squeezed out in pump drive. I'm drowning in love. I'm your pelvic sorcerer, positioned above.
Well, this was my second rage quit opportunity here. I was scratching my head on this one for a long time, and then again, research saved me. I watched, the movie a couple times, and then it kind of clicked with this line here.
No! What the hell? I know who you are, Peter Quill, and I am not some starry-eyed waif here to succumb to your pelvic sorcery.
Pelvic sorcery. And the clouds parted again. Okay, in this part here, again, it's all about the research again. In watching the movies, you know that Star-Lord was abducted as a child right after his mom died. So he lost his soul when he left the Earth. And then Mad Planet, his dad, Ego, was searching for him and wanted to see if he carried the celestial gene. And then we find out that all the skeletons are Ego's other children who didn't carry the celestial gene, and he just went ahead and killed them.
The bodies are his children.
The time has come for me to kill this game. Now open wide and say my name.
I mentioned in the original How to Write a Parody Song video, Star-Lord suffers from name recognition issues, so it was seemed appropriate to just leave the last few lines of Space Lord as is, because it's right up this guy's alley. He's like, he wants to scream this into the void. What his name is, and he wants everybody to recognize him. So it's like, open wide and say my name, bitch. Hey guys, thanks for coming and checking out my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification. Come on! Have you seen my sub count? I need help.